Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. We are expecting Martin at some point. He's just having a bit of trouble, and once he's available, he will be jumping on. It'll just be me and Martin tonight. Looking forward to talking about this. Obviously, the big game. 5:30 kickoff tomorrow. Really excited about it. Going to the pub with my mate from I used to work with when I worked in my Espresso days. He's a Newcastle fan, so really looking forward to basically watching the game in the pub for the first time in years. I don't remember the last time I actually watched a game in the pub. Normally watching them at home or try to do watch-alongs and things like that, but it's time to try something different. So let's just go through the normal rules and stuff, and then we'll get cracking. Welcome to the preview of tomorrow's game, Manchester City. Please like, share, subscribe, hype after the show. The hype only works after the show. It's all free. Join from just 99p. Donate using Super Chat if you want to support the channel further. All profits are donated to charity at the moment. Please adhere to standard community guidelines. Keep comments respectful. And, of course, enjoy the show. And please have your say on all the topics in the chat, and we'll obviously get round to as much as we can. Gary's feeling optimistic. I'm not. Watching Marseille tonight in the hope to see them get tanked. That'll be interesting, to be fair. You'd have to let us know how they get on, because I will not be watching it. Gary getting a bit of love. Martin's running late. Obviously 15 minutes. We started 15 minutes later than usual. And he's still late. But he's got lots of things going on. So I'm not even gonna go there. City. We're going to be live on Martin's show afterwards at 9 o'clock on his channel to discuss the game again. Obviously, there'll be different points of view because it'll be from Man City fans. So really looking forward to doing that at 9 o'clock as well with Martin. So please jump over to Mancunian Way as we discuss all of that jazz. I am very worried about this game tomorrow. I'm not sure how it's going to play out. Diaz goal incoming. This is the thing, right? We're City at the moment. Stop Haaland and you have a chance. But you don't have... You still got to then deal with Mamouche and everybody else and De Silva. You know, they're a fantastic football team. Let us win 7-0. Come on. Good evening, Jules. Hope you're well. Evening, Bronson. He's in Leeds at the moment, ready to come up to Newcastle tomorrow because he's at the game, the lucky so-and-so. So I hope he's enjoying himself. He should be out in Leeds getting drunk and enjoying it. I've been out in Leeds a couple of times. It's all right. It's not the best. Leeds. That's all you ever get from them, innit? But yeah, Haaland, since he joined City, 1 goal against Newcastle. And the problem, what actually happens is Big Dan Burn is the one that he fights with. And Big Dan Burn is not playing because he's suspended. So that means Botman and Chow really have to step up tomorrow and show what they're capable of. We really need them to do a number on them. Alan, thank you so much for being a member for 28 months. That's incredible. All good, thanks, Baz. Hope you're well. I am. It's just a lot going on at the moment. So after this week, I will be taking a break for a week because I've got a week off and I want to spend some time with my kids. Evening, Baz. Only managed to get tickets for wow. Congratulations, Alan. You lucky man. I will be in the pub watching it. Keystones or somewhere in the middle of York somewhere with Josh. If anyone wants to join us tomorrow, drop me a message on X or on any social media platform that I'm on, and we can meet up for a drink if people want to. Right, press conferences. That's obviously one of the main topics of tonight. Obviously, Eddie Howe spoke to the media. I've got some key points. So Eddie Howe spoke ahead of Newcastle's Premier League clash with Manchester City at St James's Park on Saturday. Injury and team news. So positive returns, if you can call it positive, so it all depends. Give Foden a hattie. Why are you not going to go into the game? Because I don't have a season ticket, mate, and I couldn't get a ticket, unfortunately. But I will be up on Sunday because I will be interviewing Lindsay on her success of winning her court case. And I personally would like to congratulate her on that. She should never have been banned. And there we go. So I will be interviewing her on her win and the toll it's took on her and all that sort of stuff. So really looking forward to sitting down with her. So if I catch any Man City fans, I will also be doing some TikTok stuff as well. Fingers crossed. Rest is a good thing, really important. Would love to have joined you tomorrow to watch the game. Slight issue though. Yeah, just a tiny little bit of distance. Hey Robbie, hope you're well, mate. Hi Robbie. And then who got back? Lindsay got back. It's 2 years in the making, this, mate. Foden, Hattie, Diaz goal, Haaland, Hattie would be beautiful. Haaland's only scored 1 goal against Newcastle. Don't expect him to score all the goals. But anyway, so here's the team news and returns. Nick Pope is fully fit to play. Now, obviously, there was an international break, so the concussion rules have obviously worn out for him. I would have liked to have seen Ramsdale in goal, personally, but there we go. Sandro Tonali and Joelinton also cleared to play. Now, obviously, Joelinton went off in the last game. It looked a little nasty, so I'm a bit surprised. But and Sandro got sent home early from international camp. Now, I don't think it was injury-wise or massive injury-wise. I think it was more the fact that if he got another yellow card, he would be suspended for the next game. And because Italy couldn't automatically qualify, they need him for the playoff game. I think that's the reason why they did that. Touch and goal calls. Anthony Gordon is very close and he's trained well during the international break. A late decision will decide his involvement. Tino Livramento is in a similar boat, having trained and looking very close to returning. So that's great news. Long-term absences. Dan Burn is suspended. That's not really long-term. Johan Wisse has no set return day, but is working with sports scientists on a pre-season rehab program. Will Asula out for the next 2 games, and we'll see a specialist Monday for his ankle issue. Now, that is really bad because if he's got to see a specialist, it's obviously a lot worse than what we first thought. So that is a bit of a worry because then that just leaves Voltemeda to do all the work again, doesn't it? Overall squad boost. Howe highlighted that Gordon and Livramento could transform the team if fit, emphasising the need to negotiate the yo-yo effect from Champions League to being in the Champions League, out of it, in it, out of it, in it, out of it, basically. Isn't it nice being able to talk about being a yo-yo club in the Champions League and out of it, rather than being a yo-yo club going down to the Championship and coming back up to the Premiership? The good old days. Talks about bouncing back. The squad is hurt from 2 poor away Premier League defeats, including the 3-1 loss to Brentford, 3-1 loss to West Ham as well, both in similar fashion, taking the lead and then really allowing them back into the game, which is a bit of a pain. Apparently, according to Mr. Sky, looking to sign a striker in Jan. Would we need one? I hope so. Howe wants players to respond this weekend and prove themselves in every game, regardless of result, focusing on the consistent effort to answer personal questions. Now, personally, I can take a loss if you see the team giving 100% all the way through the game until the final whistle. And if you get beat by the better team on the day, you put your hands up, fair play. That's what I want to see. Eddie Howe did say in the press that Asula seeing the specials wasn't necessarily a negative thing, more to see if things are on track. Okay, let's hope that's the case, because I know I'm not his biggest fan, but at least he gives us something different off the bench. He turned the game against Fulham with his explosive pace and his dedication, and just ran himself into the ground in that 15 minutes, which set up the goal for Bruno after his shot was saved. So fair enough. So let's hope that is a good thing. Home advantage. Urge fans to make St James's Park raucous. I mean, it will be, won't it? Let's face it, St James's Park will be absolutely on fire. Tomorrow, it's a 5:30 kickoff. They've spent plenty of time in the pub. meeting up with legends like Warren Barton and things like that. Everything's just going to fall into place. So going to be a tough game, Baz, but Haaland's on fire. God bless him. Scored 1 goal against Newcastle since he came to Man City. I'm going to keep saying that until he starts scoring goals against us. It could be a factor. I mean, playing in front of that beautiful crowd, as always, I wish I was there. I really do. But, you know, there we go. Martin will be 2 minutes, and then we'll talk about the City press conference. Man City challenge, acknowledged City's strength, calling it one of the hardest games and nothing. His personal hoodoo, never beaten them in the Premier League, expects a tough battle against Erling Haaland, but is determined to change the narrative on big away home clashes. So Eddie Howe has never beaten Man City. It's crazy. I think it's something like 19 games he's faced against them and he's never beat them. So let's hope that changes. I think we have to be very careful not to give the City side too much respect. If it isn't a side of 3 years back, they aren't unbeatable by a long shot. Well, exactly. The other teams have beaten them. Palace have beaten them, haven't they? Palace always beat them, to be fair. We can get there. It's not easy, mate. It's not easy. Realize we don't demand a team that wins, though would be nice, but a team that tries. Exactly. That's how I've always seen it. And then, apart from when I was younger, when we had to win. Let's see what tomorrow brings. 100%. It's going to be interesting what the lineup's going to be, which we'll come on to later. You obviously talked about the broader outlook to the season as well. Excited about the enjoyable spell through to late January, mixing Champions League and Premier League games. Believe the squads have believe he has the squad depth to cope with key players recovering. Consistency is obviously the push. Stressed, adapting new players to Newcastle's high expectations. No room for off days. There's no room for off days in the Premier League. It really is that simple. Mentally or physically in the Premier League, effort is the most important baseline, but they must match top 10 teams' intensity. Touched on January PSR profit and sustainability rules, constraints and contract talks, admitting it's crunch time, but stay focused on the pitch. Now, we had Stefan on the show the other night, not that long ago, and he said Newcastle have got quite a bit of room, wiggle room. And of course, all the clubs voted for the new structure to come and play, which is going to match the European structure, SCR. 1-0 Marseille already. So 85%, I think it is, rather than 70% if you're not in Europe in the Premier League, but all clubs need to match that now. There's also a 30% grace as well that you can go over. It's going to be interesting. These points capture Howe's pragmatic yet optimistic tone, ideal for discussing Newcastle. So that was our press conference. We'll move on to City's press conference when Martin gets here. 11 minutes gone in the winning. Haaland has scored 1 goal against... Exactly. I keep saying this. Haaland has only scored 1 goal against Newcastle United since he joined Man City. Because City never played to his strengths against us, which would be get the ball wide, get the ball in the box, you got a better chance. They tried to play through the middle, where because we played such a low block, Haaland didn't get the space, and he was just fighting with the centre-backs, and the centre-backs were fighting with him, and it worked in our favour. So hopefully that'll happen again. It's a must-get result. It's not a must-get result, Paul. We don't demand a team that wins. We demand a team that tries. Stop saying it's a must-get result. I hate that. This is City. This is a team who are going to be challenging for the league this season. We aren't. So it's not a must-get result. We'll see. We'll see. Haaland 4 to 5 to score anytime tomorrow. It's not worth putting your money on. I'd lay it. There you go. There's my bet of the day tomorrow. Lay Haaland scoring against Newcastle. And if you know anything about when things go tits up, when you actually say things like that, you're better off backing them. Because that will ultimately happen now, without a shadow of a doubt. Come on, Martin. You said 2 minutes, mate. It's taking his time. Yes, I know where we are, but it doesn't make it a must-win game, Paul. And it doesn't... you can't put that kind of pressure. Well, you can put the pressure on the players, but it doesn't matter. We demand a team that tries, not a team that wins. Keep saying it until it sinks in. I'm not going to be one of those fans that demands a team that wins, because we're not even anywhere near close to that at the moment. Obviously, Big Nick is in great form as well. He's come back from his international duty from Germany, scoring goals, which is absolutely fantastic. Erling Haaland has scored 19 goals in all competitions for City this season. And a goal in this match would be the third earliest by date a Premier League player has reached 20 in a campaign, after Andrew Cole in 1993-94, Haaland himself in 2022-23, 8th of October. So Haaland obviously breaking more records if he scores tomorrow. All three of Nick Woltermode's non-penalty goals for Newcastle this season have been from first-time shots. Only Jean-Philippe Matete, 4, has scored more, with 100% of them coming from first-time shots. So basically, he scores with his first attempt. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, does it? As long as he scores. Looking forward to the game. I am looking forward to it. Always looking forward to it, but very worried about it. So we'll see what happens very, very soon. We have to remember, like them or not, they are multiple Premier League winners. So saying must win, etc., are irrational and disrespectful, given what they have achieved. But of course, I want the team to succeed. Of course, we got damn good players who need to realise where we are. Well, yes, Paul, we have damn good players, but City have very, very goddamn good players as well. I mean, come on. Saturday all depends on how focused we are from the start. Everybody knows we need to be firing. Hopefully Tino and Hall back, and would like Ramsdale. Tino's definitely back. Sorry, Hall is definitely back. Tino is not. After all, we are Newcastle United, and this is Newcastle United channel. However, lads, exactly. Martin.
Evening. My camera's loading, so I will be on there in a minute.
All right, no bother. Just going through a few little match facts and stuff that's been going on.
Seen it all day. It's getting touchy. It's getting touchy.
Why is it getting touchy?
Because everyone's like, Newcastle should beat City.
Who's saying that?
A few Newcastle fans, I'm like, should beat City. Hey.
I love it. Pep had his press conference today as well. Have you had a chance to listen to it?
Yeah, for all of what he said. He didn't say a lot.
I haven't actually.
Just put that up again. 2-0. We haven't conceded 2 goals for God knows how long.
Well, there's a first for everything, Martin. Just like Haaland maybe scoring more than 1 goal against Newcastle, there's a first for everything.
You won't like my score prediction then.
It doesn't bother me, mate. Here we go. Pep spoke ahead of Manchester City's Premier League trip to Newcastle. With City sitting 4 points behind leaders Arsenal, 22 points from 11 games. Pep emphasised momentum building and squad resilience. Rodri remains sidelined with his ongoing ACL injury. No specific return timeline, which is a bit of a pain for you. Kosovic is also out for the game. Full squad availability otherwise. The rest of the first team squad is fit, including Haaland, of course, who was on international duty and in fine form again as always. Pep confirmed no other issues, allowing for a strong lineup to chase points. Yeah, a win would cut Arsenal's lead to 1 point ahead of their Sunday clash with Tottenham. So obviously it's the big London derby on Sunday as well. That's going to be an interesting watch. I mean, Spurs are Spursy, aren't they? Let's face it. Guardiola praised Arsenal as a team with no weaknesses, crediting their defensive solidarity and low concession rate. They play games, don't concede goals or chances. It will be impossible if they continue. So basically saying if Arsenal carry on the way they're going, you're not going to catch them. He's been a bit too nice there in my eyes.
That's mind games, mate.
Yeah, of course it is, I know, but do you know what I mean? It's like, acknowledge the turnaround from last season's collapse with City winning more games, 19 than any side in 2025. Stress staying close to the top, expecting rivals to drop points eventually, which could potentially happen. Called Newcastle a top team under Eddie Howe, which he always does every time he's in a press conference. He's a big fan of Eddie Howe. Insisting they are ready for the challenge, expects a tough opponent away from home. That could test City's momentum in a crucial run of fixtures. So yeah. Then he talks about Haaland's heroics in the World Cup qualifications. And of course, Pep's tone was optimistic yet measured, blending tactical respect with quiet confidence in City's depth. So there we are. So that was the City press conference. So yeah, like you say, he didn't really say a lot, did he? Doesn't have a lot of questions to answer, though, does he, when you think about the position Newcastle are in compared to the position
Is he on a wind-up?
Who?
Garrett.
City actually believe they have a chance of a total this season. That ends tomorrow when they come down. He loves winding you up.
All right, wind up. Can tell he's not watched our games.
We do have a chance.
Teams.
Yeah, well, like I say, doesn't always work like that, does it?
No, listen, I'll put it bluntly. If City turn up at full potential, I think we come away with the win tomorrow. If we play to our ability. If we play like we did against Liverpool, I think we win. Because we were breathtaking against Liverpool. Absolutely breathtaking.
You were, but I don't want to sound really critical of Liverpool, but Liverpool have been very lucky this season. I don't think they're very good.
No, they're still a very good team. Still a very good team, quality players all over the park.
They're dangerous, don't get me wrong. They'll score goals, but they're leaking goals left, right and centre.
See, there is a lot of, I know Gary's joking, but there's a lot of underestimating the City at the minute. And I think it's helping us.
Okay.
Pep's talked about it continuously for weeks now. In press conferences, little digs here, little digs at Gary Neville, little digs at everyone who's got that smirk of, yeah, we'll have a chat in May about it, shall we? You know when we're lifting that title again.
You've got your confidence back now, haven't you?
I honestly said we win the title at the start, and I said it last night. I think we win two cups this year. I think the scary thing is we're sitting right now. We're not even in fifth gear, and we're scoring goals. We're not conceding goals. Haaland's on just. He's just on some madness at the moment. I'm going to talk about that later, mate. Don't worry. That is true, by the way. That's genuinely true. They are scouting him.
9 o'clock, tune into it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
We'll get into that. That's when Baz really gets it. Boom! Listen, it's going to be a tough game. You know, I always say you respect your opponent. I think Newcastle have got some dangerous players as well. But I just think right now, I think our squad depth's been really underestimated as well. Our bench in the last 3 games has been our strongest bench for about 3 years. When you can put the likes of Omar Mamouche and Tijani Reinders on the bench, it's quite, scary. Doku's in fine fittle at the moment. Got another 2 goals and assists the other night for Belgium. Haaland's literally dragged Norway to the World Cup on his own. I think Haaland's
going to win it according to him.
Pardon?
They're going to win the World Cup according to him.
Do you know what? If it was anyone but Haaland, I think he was joking, but seriously, I won't rule it out. He's literally dragging Norway to wherever they want to go at the minute.
Yeah, but when you hit
the guy's scoring 2 goals a game on average. It's like crazy at the minute.
Right. I'll just stop you there. England haven't conceded a goal at all in the World Cup qualifiers. They've scored a load of goals. What happens every time England go to a World Cup after they've done so well in the group stages?
It's fine. I
get what I mean?
Listen, I know you're not. You don't rate him as high as I do.
I never said that.
He's the best striker in world football. He's better than Mbappe. He's better than Kane. He's better than the whole lot of them.
Oh, Kane's a tough one.
The whole lot of them.
That is a good debate. for a different time.
He'd wipe the floor with Kane and wipe his rear end with him and then send him back on his way again.
In what respect?
Strength, pace, finishing. His weakest attribute is probably his penalties.
Well, that's Harry Kane's strongest point. I'd also say Harry Kane is a better team player. Better range of passing.
Overall, yes, but I think this season, I think you'll see it on Saturday.
No, I agree. Haaland's
you
improved.
Will see a very different Haaland.
Yeah,
there was a game we played a few weeks back, and he had 6 clearing headers in his own defensive box.
That's great, but I'm talking about the vision that Harry Kane has going forward. These 40-yard passes, he can spray the ball around.
You got to remember, Haaland's 24, 25. Kane's 30-yard.
This is why
he wasn't doing what Haaland was doing in 24, 25, mate.
I agree with that, but he was playing for Spurs.
Oh, give over.
Come on, you know Harry Kane is a top striker.
Yeah, I'm not denying it, but in my honest opinion, I'm not bantering now, Haaland's the best in the world.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure a 33-year-old to a 23-year-old pace is entirely fair. I agree with that.
Well, fine, I get it. But
there we go. Kane is a better all-round striker than Haaland, and I hated him at Spurs. Kane is a better all-round player. Haaland is just a phenomenal goal scorer.
I would disagree with that now.
Yeah, you can't.
Mate, I watch him week in, week out.
I know you do.
The guy is totally revamped his career around it, the way his style of play. You speak to any City fan now and they'll tell you how he's changed, how much he's changed. He's like vice captain. He's vice captain now for a reason.
That's fine.
It's just everything that just comes with him now. And he doesn't know when he's beaten.
Okay.
He's just unbelievable at the minute. It's quite scary what he does.
Harry Kane also has that mentality, though.
Wow, what's he won?
Bundesliga. It's probably potentially got a chance of winning the Champions League this year.
Right, but it took him until he was, 30-odd to get anywhere near winning.
Because he was playing for Spurs.
Haaland's broken every single record in every league he's been in.
Didn't you try to sign Harry Kane?
Yeah, but no, Baz. I'm not denying that at the time. But the way we are now suits Haaland.
Yeah, but
he's one goal away from knocking your guy's record off its perch.
Yeah, he needs
one goal away.
Yeah. He's also 1 goal away from beating his own record, isn't he? Like
yeah, that's what I mean. He's
fastest 20 goals.
Genuinely talking about 100 goals this season. Listen. I'll do the banter, but Haaland, honestly, Real Madrid would buy him tomorrow. There's not a club in the world who wouldn't buy Haaland tomorrow.
Yeah, but Barcelona and Real Madrid would also buy Harry Kane tomorrow as well if they could.
They'd buy Haaland over Kane.
Because he's younger.
And he's better.
Yeah, but if you put Harry Kane right now, what he is now, as a 23-year-old, that's a different conversation.
Kane wasn't this good at 23.
Yeah, but I'm saying put Harry Kane this good as a 23-year-old, then have the conversation.
But that's hypothetical because Kane wasn't doing this.
Of course it is. This whole thing's hypothetical because there's a massive age difference.
He's doing it.
Real Madrid and Barcelona don't need a striker yet, so it's just one of those things.
No, but what they're doing, sniffing around him then?
Yeah, they're sniffing around him because he's 23 and he's young.
Well, he's 25 now. He was 22 when we bought him.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, but he's not 33. There's a big difference. Haaland and Isak, who would you have? In the Newcastle team, I'd have Isak back at his full potential before he became a dick. Because Haaland doesn't fit our style of... Well, I don't think he fits our style of play.
They couldn't afford Haaland anyway, Kane. He's on 800 grand a week.
Yeah, we couldn't afford that at all. We couldn't even afford to take Isak back on his wages now as well, to be fair. So that just throws all that out the window, doesn't it? A quick rundown of head-to-head stuff and things. The overall record, 194 meetings across all competitions. City edging it with 79 wins to Newcastle 73 wins. So don't forget, you were shit at one point and we were actually good. Obviously, tables have turned at the moment. 42 draws, first class, Newcastle 3-2 win in 1893. So you'll never beat that record. City unbeaten in last 12 versus Newcastle, 1-9 drawn 3, including a 4-0 thrashing at the Etihad where Mamouche got a hat-trick. That was his debut, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, one after.
Was it one after?
It was around his debut anyway.
It was just a very disappointing day for us. Home and away twist. Newcastle won 7 of the first 15 Premier League meetings post 1992 when you were shit. City now undefeated in 18 of the last.
You were shit in 1992.
You lot?
We were both shit in 1992.
No, we weren't. But what? That was literally just the start of our rise into the Premier League.
You weren't in the inaugural Premier League, were you?
We weren't in the first season, but we were in the second.
We were. We were, sunshine. From day one, we were there.
That's fine, but you were shit.
No,
you were.
No, we finished 5th under Peter Reid.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Check your record.
So you were good, but you weren't good enough to beat us at the time, as the stats say. As the stats say.
You notice you got to go back 20 years nearly to get a win here.
But this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. When money comes into play.
I like what you're doing, Baz. Going back to cavemen to get the win.
Yeah, exactly. City now, but again, City are now undefeated in 18 of the last 20 away versus the Magpies when the money came in. There you go. Goal trend.
You stayed up because your money came in. What are we doing here?
Just proving points.
You stayed up because of the money. We won the league because of the money. But there is a difference in class there, guys.
Yeah, but just remember where we came from. Goal trend. 3 goals in the last 37 Premier League meetings. Both teams to scores of 46% and over 2.5 in Newcastle's last 4 games. So if you're a betting man, both teams to scores and over 2.5 goals is a good bet to have. That just doesn't read very well for me, so I'm not reading that out.
No, read it out. Read it out nice and loud.
Newcastle 1-2, draw none, lost 3 in the last 5, and all comps back-to-back Premier League away losses. As I've already mentioned before you came on, the 2 3-1 defeats away from home after being ahead both times. Man City 4 wins, 1 loss in the last 5, won the last 4 straight, including a 3-0 win against Liverpool, which we discussed. Scored 23 Premier League goals, which is a league high, plus 15 goal difference, only 2 losses all season, Spurs and Villa. And then you probably play Crystal Palace and get beat off them as well, because they're your other bogey team as well, aren't they? Stakes. City win cuts Arsenal lead to 1 point. Newcastle seek response to avoid negative trending, relentless schedule. Obviously, we're right near the bottom of the league, unfortunately. And I've mentioned who we're out with and who you're out with. That's what the next bit is. 19 goals in all competitions for Haaland. 1 more ties him with Alan Shearer for fastest 20 in Premier League calendar year. City on 37-game Premier League scoring streak versus Newcastle, so we've never kept a clean sheet. Newcastle edge underperformed. 13.2 XG. Harvey Barnes, early Brentford goal, key for response. I mean, we had a terrible. That was our first shot on target against Brentford in that game, and we scored, and it was just terrible. And like we say, both teams to score over 2.5 is probably the best bet of the day, but you probably won't get a lot of money or value on that, to be honest with you. I missed a lot of the chat here. I'm reading out stuff.
I think they're all arguing amongst themselves.
Probably. Yes, he did. Haaland is a machine. As a club, we are on our own path. We don't need telling about our club and our focus priorities. We know exactly. Haaland or Isak, who would you have done that one? My dog sniffs around lampposts, but I'm not buying one. Anyhow, moving on to the game. It's not who's got the biggest dick contest, because we know it's Haaland. He must be joking. Isak over Haaland. I'm not joking. You've got to think about the styles of players and what suits teams and things like that. Exactly, Jules. We were here before and we'll be here a long time after, and nobody can accuse us of having empty seats. Ooh, shots fired. What age do you think Haaland could play to after watching his YouTube video? It's a question for you, that, Martin.
Oh.
I mean, it's a very hypothetical question again. It depends how long he's got the hunger for it, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's got a 10-year contract at City, so a very large release clause. So we'll see.
Why would you want Barnes?
Why do you want Barnes? No, FIFA, we don't want Barnes, mate.
I'll be blunt. I can respect what City have achieved, but that's as far as it goes for me. I'm done with people telling us who we are and what we are, because to me, those opinions are irrelevant. Everyone's allowed an opinion, though. Haaland won't stay in the Premier League, and definitely he'll move to Spain eventually. I mean, he could do that, but he would have broken all the records before he goes.
As long as they break the world record, then they can have him.
Everyone, yeah. He'll probably end up in America at some point as well. My focus will always be Newcastle United, and that I'll never apologise. It's fair play, Jules. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Now we go to Spain or America or Italy, because the leagues are slower. They said the same about Aguero and Silva. Yeah, but Haaland's different.
And Company.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it about everyone. And KDB was going to go as well. That is true. That everyone said all our superstars were going to leave us, and they all retired.
Oh, Greenwood scored 2-0 to Marseille. Why do you want Barnes?
I don't get that.
He scores goals. Don't get me wrong. He's very direct, but I'd rather have
Doku our play. And I mean, we've got better wingers.
I'd have Doku over Barnes. Just for the out of your seat factor, the fact that he goes and beats players and he's got that raw pace, where Barnes he has to be scoring goals to have an influence on a game. I don't think he influences a game when he's not scoring. And I know that sounds harsh.
We don't play that would suit Barnes.
Yeah. I don't think you do. Well, I mean, yeah.
Because watch Doku, you'll see it on Saturday. He doesn't hit the line and put crosses. He'll come inside into the box or float into the middle and become an advancement.
That's what Barnes does. Barnes doesn't get to the bar line and beat his man like Doku does. Barnes is a very direct, you saw it in the Champions League when he came on and scored 2 goals. He's an inside right forward or an inside left forward. He's not I hug the touchline winger.
Hey, listen, mate, it's all
not good enough. Yeah,
I just don't think he's City level.
I would take Doku over him without 100%. But I'm just trying to say, you probably would fit your style of play, because if you want wingers who score goals and you want them inverted, that's what he does. He always cuts.
Hey, listen, I'm not overly keen on the Semenyo stuff. No, really not. I'm not keen on the Rodrigo bit either, if I'm honest with you.
Right.
Out of all the wingers, I won't mind this Newcastle that we're looking at as well. Because we're looking at 3. We're looking at Newcastle, Semenyo, and Rodrigo. And I'm like, I get this. I think the Semenyo's more the homegrown issue, because the amount of homegrown players we're probably going to lose.
Right. Okay.
And because he's got that okay release clause.
Yeah, 65 million's a doable price, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's interest in a lot of English players. There's interest in Elliot Anderson at Forest, Wharton.
Who would you take? There's a good question. Who would you take between Wharton and Elliot Anderson?
I don't think either going to be worth the money they're going to want.
Oh, but just forget about money. Just on their playing style.
Oh, so money's not bad.
Yeah. And talent, who would you take? Let's just say both of them were going to cost you 100 million and you had to pick one.
Right, I'd probably say Adam Wharton. Right now. I do like Wharton. I think he's a very, very good. I like Elliot Anderson. I need to see a bit more from Elliot Anderson, though. Elliot Anderson is where Wharton was 12 months previously. If you get what I mean by that. I've seen Wharton do it for a longer period. It wasn't good enough. FIFA. I've seen it, if Elliot Anderson is still at this level in 12 months, then maybe Anderson. But it's weird, because obviously now you've got Nico G who's come into the fold, and we don't miss Rodri anymore. I mean, you miss him, but you don't miss him. He's not
Yeah, it's
Like,
not
last
that
season,
crucial player like he
no,
was last
last
year.
season
When he was missing, you were
it was a
losing games.
glaring miss.
Yeah.
This season, he's not a miss.
The thing with Anderson, just to go back to it as well, the reason why Wharton's been doing it longer is because Wharton's had more games than Anderson. Anderson had to
Yeah,
leave
that's what I
to
mean.
get
Yeah,
to Forest,
yeah.
didn't he? And that was the thing.
The trouble is, and I said this about Grealish, Calvin Phillips, and everyone else. It's going to sound really arrogant, and I don't mean it in that way. When you were at Palace and Forest, and you come to Manchester City, for example, or you go to Arsenal, you go to Liverpool, you go into you become a cog in a wheel. You stop being the big fish in the pond.
Yeah,
you become a tadpole in an ocean.
Yeah.
Grealish talked about this. He said, when I was at Villa, I was the big thing. I come to City and it was like, I became that kid. I'm running around on a football pitch with KDB and everyone, and it was crazy. He became the kid.
Adapt to it, isn't it? I mean, you look at Gareth Barry. He went from Villa into City, and that was at the very start of everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he was one who kind of adapted into it. I think, City weren't City as they were now. I think it's like, if City bought a Rodrigo or an Mbappe or whatever, I don't think they'd ever be overwhelmed by it. They'd be like, another big club, I'm here to do a job.
Yeah, it's where they've come from. Obviously, they have experience,
it's from where, and it's always prices and things that bother me, because the trouble is with English players and homegrown especially, they're overpriced massively.
I agree.
You're talking 90 million to get Elliot Anderson. You're talking 90 million to get Wharton.
He's not worth that either. They don't score enough goals for me to.
I don't think either of them were worth it. I'm not being funny. We bought Rodri for 63. I think there's better prospects abroad, value. But the problem is, because of the stupid homegrown rule, we're going to have to do something. It's like when we went for Morgan Gibbs-White, we were quoted 85 million quid. Even though we had a release clause, they still quoted us 85 million. Yeah.
That was a weird situation, because Spurs had him with the release clause, and then the owner refused it. I don't understand how that happened. Calvin Phillips is a great example. I wouldn't say he was a flop, though. I think you bought the player because he was English, hoping he would fit into your style, and going from Leeds to City was too big of a jump.
Well, he came in at the same time he was named the English Player of the Year.
Oh, he was fantastic for England. But I think they played with two sitting players, though, didn't they, with England, where you don't at City.
They wanted a Rodri backup. They wanted a guy where Rodri didn't have to play 70 games, because at the time, Rodri's playing 70 games. So Calvin Phillips, and at the time, there was a lot of City fans who were very excited about the prospect of Calvin Phillips. But he came in, and he was like a deer in headlights. Again, he just froze.
His injuries didn't help them, did they?
I don't. It's crazy, sadly, with him, and 150 grand a week. He's on.
I agree with the supporting homegrown roots in grassroots football and things like that as well, but it's coming at a huge cost. And I personally think that when you price English players that high, it's actually affecting grassroots, because clubs are put off by the prices when they can go abroad instead. So there's got to be this inflation in City tax, Newcastle tax, teams that have got money, when they go for these bigger players, the smaller clubs want as much money as they can get out of that player to invest again. And it's what's the lesser of two evils? But grassroots football is
for me, I think the homegrown rule is not doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, all these top English talents end up at the top clubs anyway.
Yeah.
The idea of the homegrown rule was to bring, like you said, bring the academy through. Yeah. No top clubs use their academy anymore.
No, they use it to breed players and sell them.
And then sell them on for
100% profit, don't they?
Yeah, so it's not doing what it was brought in for.
Yeah, I agree. Right, let's have a look at what the teams could be. I've used SofaScore, as I always do, for City's team. This is your potential lineup: Foden, Haaland and Doku, Reinders, Gonzalez and Silva, O'Reilly, Guardiola, Diaz, and Nunez, and Donnarumma in goal. Do you think there'll be any changes from that, or do you think that's your strongest 11 for tomorrow?
My only thing... See, my only thing with bringing Reinders back, you're going to have to play Foden or Bernardo wing. Foden's wasted on the wing.
I agree. I don't like him.
Bernardo is not good on the wing. This is where I'm thinking. That's the 11 I had. And then today I've been thinking about it and I thought...
Would you not change the formation to incorporate Foden playing as a 10?
No, because Foden's been playing as an 8 all season. Not really been playing as a 10. That's where Doku's role's coming into.
Right.
Because we're not generally that, like, I know on there, I know it's thing, but Doku and Foden aren't that far forward. The further back, O'Reilly and Nunez become your wingers.
Mm-hmm.
And then Doku comes inside and he becomes the advancing 10 through the middle.
Yeah. He's having a great season as well. Obviously, you can tell by his rating. It's very hard to get a very good rating. Yeah.
But what he's got to do now, Baz, is carry it on. It can't be a flash in the pan because the worst thing that Doku can do is put it on for 4 games and then disappear for 5. He's now got to carry this on. He's got to carry it on big time. Yeah, I mean, obviously that because we won't play 4-3-3. It'll be a 4-1-2. It gets weird because Foden's kind of played as an 8, but with a free role. Bernardo's kind of had a free role because Bernardo goes and supports at left back, right back, and supports Nico Gonzalez.
So that has a double effect on it. It has an effect on you going forward, as in you're very hard to predict where players are going to be, so it's hard to tactically...
Yeah, because what we're now doing is we're defending as a team. You'll see this tomorrow. Whereas last season, we become the transition team this season, where it's like 4 balls and we're through. Ours is about quickness, pace, and go.
Yeah.
It's no longer about 500 passes. If you actually check, and it's only minute, but if you check the last 3 games we've played, we've had the least possession.
That is a very changing Pep style.
Yeah.
We all know what is normally like
to get Haaland going in the way he wanted. It's to get Haaland more involved, not just to be the lamppost. This is why he's now flying, and he's involved all over the show. What happened? Rico, I don't think Rico will be at City for much longer. I don't see him long term at City.
Oh wow, surprised at that. But anyway, regards to defending as a team as well, though. But with all the players having sort of free roles, that's also harder to defend as a team potentially because you might find someone out of position, or we might be able to take. Would there be more spaces potentially?
No, they're not. They're literally all coming back as a team and defending, and then they break again. What they do now, we wait for the opponent to counter or lose the ball, and we go. So we attack as it's like a regimented army. We go together, we come back together.
Yeah.
And when they all come back into a defensive mode, that's when they're allowing the opponent to have the ball.
Yeah.
So they all become very solid and regimented. They have the ball, and then they go again. It's very weird this season how it is. It's very unpep-like. Really is very unpep-like now. But I think what he did talk about, they said football was changing, it was adapting. Hugo Biana's talked about our future targets are going to be like engines and physical and very mobile. It's all going to be about pace, power, and physicality now.
That's what we were like.
That's why I said the other day. I think us and you have completely swapped ethos. Right?
Yeah. It's like Eddie Howe had the right idea, then wanted to play more like Pep, and then Pep's looked at us and went, I actually quite like that high intensity, high press, and doing all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to revert to that.
Thing with that. When you think you got the answer, he changes the question on you.
Yeah.
This is why he's so, for me, he's the GOAT. He's just so far ahead of everyone. He just switches it.
Right, very quickly, just fly through this. Diacro, absolutely amazing sponsors. We've got two $40 gift cards to give away in December for Christmas. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be doing it in the first week of December. Link is in the description if you want to get 20% off all their gear. There's some amazing stuff on there. The Geordieland Experience, if you need another Christmas gift, you want to learn about the heritage and history of the Northeast. If you're not from the Northeast, or even if you are from the Northeast, you might want to learn something and go on a bit of a trip. They do like ghost trips and all that sort of stuff as well. So try them out. And Prince Charming do loads of stuff, frame shirts. They sell loads of merchandise from movies to other sports to Newcastle. I think there was a City shirt in there at one point. There was a Haaland shirt, actually. So, yeah, they're in Wallsend, so go and give them a look. Link is in the description for their Facebook page, and you can see it there. Well worth having a scour around because some great Christmas gifts in there as well.
Let's put the link for mine in the chat.
Can do.
Come on.
Oh yes, yeah. Put the link for the show at 9 o'clock.
I don't know if it goes in anymore because you know YouTube's like.
It's there.
Is it there? You got in?
Looks like it.
Oh sweet.
So 9 o'clock.
Gary, if you want to come on and fight with Baz. Come and support Baz.
I do need some help tonight, to be fair. I'm very, very tired. I've only had 6 hours sleep. I was supposed to go straight to bed when I got in this morning at 7:15. And because the cricket was on.
You know how you Baz. Don't.
Of course I am. I went to Australia to watch the cricket.
Oh, I'm going to give you Alan's number. You and Alan can chat about it.
Love it. Right, this is what I think potentially the lineup will be tomorrow. I know there's potentially fitness tests for J7, Anthony Gordon and Tino. So I've took that into account. And I think the players who have got the shirt will keep the shirt potentially. So Barnes stays on the left wing. I think J7 comes in, though, because you want that physicality in there. Hall is definitely going to play left back because obviously Byrne is suspended. I think Trips keeps the shirt because I don't think he's done much wrong. But if we want to go to a back three, I think things will change. I hope we don't, because I want us to take the game to you and give it the best go we can. I don't like this pussyfooting around City, being the better team, so we'll play 5 at the back. I don't like it. I don't think it works. It'll just be delaying the inevitable where you end up scoring and winning the game. So the Rays obviously cry out for Baltimore to play as a 10 and someone else to be there to support them. If we are going to play a back 5, I could see Barnes and Baltimore being as a front 2 and playing 5-3-2. I just hope we don't. Looking at that side, Martin, any worries that you'd be worried about? Anyone who can exploit space that could be left potentially on a counter-attack? Or
I mean, obviously your midfield is definitely your strongest part for me. I think Sanala, Bruno, J7, I think they're very, very good players. I think it's a really good midfield, that from Newcastle. Amada, we'll see. I think, Diaz, it's going to be an intriguing battle between those two and Donnarumma with him. And why have you not got Gordon in?
Because I don't think he's fully fit, and I think Barnes has the shirt, deserves to keep the shirt.
Okay.
Scored in his last game. I would put Gordon in if he's fully fit, don't get me wrong. I just think he might be better from the bench, being explosive if we need to either chase a game or potentially win the game.
Yeah, I get it.
Baltimore is definitely mobile. People don't think he is, but he is. Trust me.
I worry about Trippier. He's going to go up against Doc.
That is a worry, yeah.
I worry about Fear.
I don't think Tino is ready to play 70, 80 minutes. That's the thing. It's his first game back. He's got more pace than Trips, obviously. But Trips has got know-how as well. So it all depends on how we set up and how we defend. But I think Chow will have a lot of covering to do. And I think Botman will probably pick up Haaland. That's how I think it will work out. Chow will be helping a lot on the Doku situation, but Botman will be doing a lot of the picking up of Haaland, and they'll have a bit of a battle with each other. Should be interesting.
We're not. I'm trying to start early on it. You know, this season City have had the most injuries.
Most injuries or timeout? Just most like
injuries. 16 injuries we've had.
Oh wow.
Us 16, Tottenham 16, Chelsea 14, Brighton 13.
Tottenham have got to be right up there, haven't they?
Us and Tottenham have both had the same amount of injuries. Because this is what people forget. You know, when they say, well, look at the start of your season, was when all our injuries, we had no Mamouche, no Chirk, everyone had gone.
Yeah.
People forget Mamouche and Chirky didn't play for 7 weeks.
Yeah. How would I describe Chow? Very composed, reads the game very well. He's got a turn of foot when he needs it, and he can pass the ball as well. He's like a younger version of Shaw.
Well, I'm going to speak about. I'll leave it to us for 9 because I don't want to spoil it. But I've got a question about your back line.
All right, okay. Right, guys, get your score predictions in because we need a little bit of a break before we go live at 9.
So keeping mine quiet.
Yeah.
You'll see mine at 9 o'clock.
No, you got to tell me on here.
3-1.
Oh, that's what I said.
What, 3-1 to Saturday?
Yeah.
Well, so you've been giving it the big one to me for 25 minutes, and you've then gone, we're going to get beat 3-0.
Yeah. Because I'm realistic as well.
See, chat, this is what he does. He winds you all up. He leads you into a false sense of security. And then he does you down the river.
At least I'm not that stupid.
Yeah. No, FIFA does that all the time. Big up FIFA.
Oh, is he your Blade? I've got one on my channel called Blade as well, who goes like 8-0, 7-0 all the time. Every time
Gary's gone 3-1. The last time we conceded 3 goals, Gary.
Hey, you just never know what's going to happen.
Got big Donna kebab in the old sticks.
Yeah, you'll make a mistake. Just wait. I hope it's a draw. I mean, I would love a draw. I would love a point. I would love 3 points. But realistically, where the two teams are at the moment, I mean, our home form is not bad. We've only lost to Liverpool and Arsenal, so we could probably add 6.
That's why it's a must-win for us. Because I thought a draw, and then I realised Liverpool and Arsenal both won at yours.
Only just as well. 3-2 and 2-1.
No, we've got to win. We've got to. Our rivals
as well.
Our title rivals have already beat you. We have to now follow it up.
It's true. Bruno loves turned up in the big games. This is the problem Newcastle have had all season. We've only turned up in the big games, and at home. We haven't turned up away from home in the Premier League, and that's the problem. So it is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very tough game. Tomorrow night, Sunday night, 8 o'clock, we'll be back for the review show. Martin's welcome on there as well, as long as they don't beat us too badly and he comes with a massive smug face on that we all want to punch.
Wow. No, so what happens if you win? Because we're doing our post-match at 9:30 on Sunday, so that might work, you know.
It might work.
One of us are going to be celebrating. What should be a bloody 0-0 draw now when we're both like, that was crap.
I'd take that. Though. I'd probably have a smug face with a 0-0 draw because then I'd have the whole. Yeah, but I'll be like 0-0 draw. Haaland doesn't score against Newcastle again. We get a point. That would work really well for me, to be fair. But
your chat's been spicy tonight. Well, so with everyone.
It's always spicy. Right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Come and join us.
Join us at 9.
At 9 o'clock, literally 15 minutes. I'm going to get myself.
Ed's waiting for you.
Oh, of course he is. Ed's always waiting for me. Ed loves me. You know, I make Ed's day.
Ed loves you.
I love it. Right, guys. See you in a bit.